So in this video, I'm going to show you how I was able to build a huge bank account just by having just a mediocre income. And we're going to go through this using a few sketches. So let's go. Cash flow is very important to understand. So let's have a look at it. So the cash flow, so think of it as, so you've got your income here, right? So this is my income. All right. But your income statement would be like this. So you've got your income here. Okay. That's your income. So your income statement could be like your job. Okay, so your job, all right, and you're making about 1,000, okay, per month. But let's say that you deduct your expenses. So this is your expenses. The expenses, I'm just going to EXP, and you know, it looks like this. Your expenses is going to be quite a lot. And you add it up and it's going to be $800 per month. All right, so this is a very low income. It's $1,000 per month and your expenses is $800 per month. Okay, fine. So 1,000, take away 800, and how much is that? Your cash flow is now $200 per month. This is your cash flow. I'm just gonna write down cash. Oh my God, my writing is terrible. You try writing with your mouse, all right? All right, so that cash flow is $200. So $200. So after when you take away everything, it's $200. Now, what does that mean? Now, your cash flow is one of the things that I've always learned in my life is that you need to track your cash flow. You always need to know how much your cash flow is per month, and that you got to keep watching after it like a hawk. You got to look after this damn thing like a hawk, right? So the thing is that if this reduces, then you're going to be in trouble. So for example, let's say that hypothetically you add up all your expenses and you've worked out that your cash flow is only $50 per month. Okay. Now, what happens if your cash flow is $50 per month? Okay, well, fine, you might say, yeah, I'm fine, I've got everything all covered. Well, the problem is that in life, things always happen. Take, for example, if you're in a car, what if you get a car fine? And I just got fined the other day, it was $120. Let's say that my cash flow is $50. How am I going to pay for that? How am I going to pay for that fine if I've only got $50 left over? Oh, well, I might have to take out a credit card. Okay, well, I'm going to have to take out a credit card and pay for that fine, $120. Okay, big deal. Okay, so now I've accumulated more debt. So therefore, let's say I've taken out a credit card and I've paid for my fine, which is $120. Okay. And let's say that something else bad happens. Let's say that, I don't know, some unexpected medical bill pops up and it's $500 all in 1 month. So you got a fine for $120 and you got a medical bill for $500. So therefore, that's $620 that you have to fork out. Okay, your credit card you might have to pay for. Okay, fine, my credit card will pay for that. All right, so therefore you got $620. If your credit card is 30%, so what's 30% of 620? Let's just go for 6, 12, 10. So it's about $100, right? Let's make it nice and clean and simple. To pay off, to your monthly payment to pay for that 620 is now $100. So now, therefore, you add another line in your expenses column, and therefore it's another one that you got to add another liability, which is $100 per month. So therefore, once again, your cash flow even reduces, and therefore this goes minus, and therefore you're negative now. So can you see how dangerous it is to have a low cash flow? You know, if your cash flow is only $50, this is so dangerous. So you have to figure out ways to trim down your expenses to increase this cash flow. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's say that your cash flow, right, you did some really awesome work and you figured out how to slash your expenses from $800 to $500. Okay. Now you're officially saving, you have extra $500. Okay. Now your cash flow is 500. What can you do with it at 500? 100%. I highly recommend for you to save it. So the thing is that you can save it. Okay. Fantastic. So you want to save your $500, and let's say that bill comes up. Okay, so that $500 you get left over, now you can automatically pay it off in cash. You're not using any credit card. So now you're minus, so you know you can save $380 for that month. Okay, and that medical bill comes up. Maybe you might not be able to pay for it now, but you pay for the next one. So therefore, next month you've got another $500, right? Plus your 380, so 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's $800, $800.80. In 2 months, you've got $880, and you're able to pay that one off. Do you get it? And therefore, that cash flow is so important. So therefore, that's how you save. That's how you save. So I would say that to the first thing you want to do if you're earning a low income is that know that it's all about managing your finances. You have to know what your cash flow is first, and then you go off and then you start slashing and everything like that. So on your expenses, right, you want to look at, obviously this is the part where you already know about this stuff, which is budgeting. So you want to look at your Excel spreadsheet and look at all those little expenses that you're paying for. So it could be a gym membership. Okay, if you're paying for a gym membership, which is $200 per month, that's quite a lot of money, okay? Or $100 or $50 a month. Could you instead walk? You know, could you go for a run? I love the gym anyway. I mean, I can afford it, but if I was really strapped, I'll find ways. Now, I was looking online that if you go to Facebook Marketplace, there's people giving away those dumbbells and stuff. People have just given up on the home gym. You can go there and you can pick up all this free stuff and you can build your own home gym and you can still do a workout. There's things called calisthenics where you do full-on body weight. So all you go to the park, right, where it's got those poles, and you can do pull-ups and chin-ups and everything, and you can do push-ups, and that's a really good upper body workout. You can do some legs as well, do some jogging. So think about ways in which you can trim those memberships, right? Gym membership, so you can slash that one. You can do workouts from home. If you're going out to eat, well, how about combining your groceries and pre-packaging your lunches? Okay, so you can save yourself. If you're spending $10 per day on lunches, bring your own lunch. You already know this stuff, and you can package your own lunch. That's an extra $50. So just be really creative. Start slashing as much as you can on your expenses, and try and 100% focus on your cash flow. Your cash flow is everything. Okay. If there was one thing I want to impart to you is that know how much is left over after when you deduct all your expenses, and do whatever it takes to protect that number, increase that number, and if it does decrease, do whatever it takes to keep increasing that number, because the lower it gets, the more dangerous you are into financial emergencies. So, and obviously life gets a lot easier when you've got a strong cash flow. So once again, the golden rule, I always try and save, my target is always aim for 40%. Always try and save 40% of your income. There are times in my life when I'm making six figures. There are times in my life when there was a pandemic and I was already down to like nearly half my income, right? So there was one point, I think I was making about 130K. I was a sales engineer, everything was going fine. And then the pandemic hit, 2020 came around, pandemic hit, and I lost that job. And no one was hiring, and the only job I can get was another programming job, and it was a low-paying programming job. I was getting paid about 60K per year. And yeah, it was a low income. It was the lowest I've ever gone. But the thing is, I was still saving 40% of my income. I was still saving it. And what I did was, even though I wasn't saving as much as before, but because I still saved 40% of my income, I slashed a lot of the expenses, and I still was able to save $2,000 per month. I still was able to save that amount of money. I think it was, $1,800 or $2,000, and I kept that up for about 6 months, and then I quit that job and jumped back into another sales position, which was about 120K, and then obviously I was able to put away $3,000 to $4,000 per month. Okay, so that's the thing, is that the most important thing is that you start from wherever you are now. So if you're on a low income, okay, don't be too stressed about it. Just you've got things that you can do that's in your control. It's hard for you to get a job, but what you can do right now is work out what your cash flow is, and then decrease your expenses, increase your cash flow, and keep stacking, and your bank account will slowly increase, and that will attract more income into your life, and therefore keep an eye out for other higher paying skills, higher paying jobs. And the thing is, if you want a higher paying job, you have to keep upskilling, because the reason why people there's reason why people are earning six figures. There's a reason why people are earning 300K, $1 million a year. It's not because they're millions times better than you. The thing is that they have particular skills that's more high paying. So therefore, if you want more money, you need to increase your skills. So as you're in this job that's low paying, and you're slowly saving 40% of your income, and you're saving a lot of money, try along the side increasing high income skills. Now, the high income skills that I've got is that I've always learned is sales. Sales is number one, because if you learn how to sell, you can close, go out there, make as much money for yourself and for a company, and there's no ceiling on your income. If you get really good at sales, there is no ceiling on your income. Make as much as you want. Another high income skill is programming. So if you know how to program, know how to code and everything, there's a lot of high figure paying jobs, 100K to 150K paying, soft full stack development jobs. And obviously there's other tech skills there's other high paying skills such as copywriting. So if you know how to write copy, really persuasive words, people will pay a lot of money to do that, because it's all a sales and marketing game. If you know how to get sales for a company, then obviously then you get highly paid for it. But there's a lot of other things that you can have a look at. One skill that I'm working on at the moment is video. The reason why video is important for me is because video enables me to connect with people like yourself. I can reach out to millions of people online, and I can actually influence other people. I can sell to people as well, and it just helps me increase my income, helps me make an impact, and so forth. So I think that video marketing is a very strong skill that you can utilize. I'm also trying to launch a side hustle, which is wedding videography, because if I become really good at videography, then I can charge at weddings. I can film people's weddings. People pay me $3,000 to $5,000 a weekend. Not bad. If I make $5,000 a weekend, do it four times a week. 4 times a month. That's $20,000 a month extra. So it's a high income skill, and that's the thing. As you're starting out, you've got your small job and you're saving, which is great. The small habits is going to accumulate, and the thing is, these habits is going to accumulate. You're going to get really good at saving, and this is the foundation that you need in order for you to save even more when you get into a high-paying job. So I hope this video helps, and I really hope you go out there, you save a lot of money, build up your bank account. Let me know how you guys go in the comments. Really keen to hear how much you're saving if you can. But if not, please subscribe to my channel, and really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.